Drinking at Mo's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's all so mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinking at Mo's, where we don't quit. Drinking at Mo's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, no, it's a scream.
Oh, hey, we're on.
Hey, you beat me to it that time.
The people are there.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Ha! But you know what? Drinking of Mo's my 2 cents. You know the drill. Big Mo here, Nate here. You know, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff on the YouTube channel, because YouTube's algorithm is a pain in the ass. We are most pleased you can find your audio podcast too, but you know what to do with the like button this week. You need to put the like button in the hurt lock like your Bobby freaking Lashley. Let's go. And you know what? Before we get going too far, I would hate myself if I forgot this again. That's my art. The opinions of the people on the show are those of the 2 people talking, and that's it. And I'm not affiliated with anybody. Yeah. Now that shit's out of the way, I got to change it up every once in a while. God fucking damn it, looking at me like all fucking weird. Like you aren't alone, are you?
What?
You aren't alone, are you? You're looking around like you're
somebody around. I'm actually alone. I'm down here all by myself.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
I was listening to the disclaimer.
Okay, that's what you were doing. Anyways, this week there is a lot of talk going around, different people hitting the free agency market, wondering where they're going to go. Word going around is, you know, the only Ricochet is AEW bound.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that necessarily confirmed. It hasn't been like announced by AEW or nothing, but all signs seem to be pointing that way. Then the other ones that have been talked about a lot is wondering where Bobby Lashley is going to end up next. Are they going to somewhat reunite the Hurt business? In, you know, one of the places being talked about a lot is AEW.
Yeah. And
my only thing is, yes, I love the AEW product.
Mm-hmm.
I lean more towards their product. But even then, I can admit that AEW with Ring of Honor and all that, their roster is, for the lack of a better way to put it, bloated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I would hate for them to show up only to get, you know, initially a little bit of a push, and then they're kind of shoved off to the side. Which, to be honest, I would kind of see that happening. But even that being said, you know, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin at least reuniting there, or hell, anywhere would be pretty great. I know.
Yeah, I think Shelton Benjamin's doing indie thing right now.
Yeah, he's doing that. And, you know, now that I think about it, Lashley and MVP both have ties to TNA.
Yeah, they do.
Previous ties there. And, you know, who knows what sort of a deal they might be able to work out there. But that could be another place where they could end up and not have to deal with such a bloated roster.
But or if they're free agents, word just came out that Scott DeBoer, former TNA president, was starting another company, actually
revamping one,
revamping, was it Maple Leaf
Wrestling
or something?
Something like that up in Canada, yeah.
So, what's to say that Bobby Lashley and MVP are going to be at our first show? Now, granted, it's going to be in Canada, so
yeah. Hell, there's places like GCW, there's MLW. They have their.
Now, do you see Bobby Lashley going to GCW?
Yeah,
you do.
I can see it. I mean, they don't necessarily always have just the hardcore style.
Right. Yeah, I'll give you that one. But a lot, it's kind of like what, if you think about ECW, it's the hardcore style. It's the rules are relaxed.
Yeah. I mean, Bobby Lashley could do well in that, but then there's also the fact of, Bloodsport, a GCW affiliate. Because it's always GCW, or it's like they're affiliated.
Right. Right.
It's like a Bloodsport is like GCW is the parent company of Bloodsport.
Isn't Bloodsport like
Josh Barnett's thing?
Right, it's Josh Barnett, but isn't it like MMA without rings,
no
rope, cage,
no ropes?
So it's kind of like Raw Underground.
They took that from them. God damn. Yeah, that was I don't know. Don't even get me started there. But
you're welcome.
I've heard a lot of talk about people, and that's why I brought it up, of people hoping that Bobby Lashley doesn't go to AEW. They don't want him to go there. And while it would be a much bigger platform than, I mean, yeah, TNA is a great product, but they don't necessarily have the platform that AEW has.
Right, right.
But
like you also said, you have a bloated roster with 3 shows. Yeah,
4
if you want to count Ring of Honor.
Yeah, 3 specifically AEW shows, and you add in Ring of Honor there, and I know.
It's like, where are you going to put everybody?
And that's why I bring it up yet again. Yes, I know I've talked about it a bunch before. Roster split. Like a full-on roster split. You have your Ring of Honor people. You can even make it go even further and have your people specifically for Collision, your people specifically for Dynamite. And then, you still have all those people, but you have a designated spot for them where they can definitely be used, and you don't have people run into the situations like, like Ethan Page. Or, hell, even people like Danhausen having to go back on the independent scene while he waits for something to do in AEW.
And the thing you bring up, Ethan Page. Ethan Page was actually doing a good job in Ring of Honor.
He was in contention for the
TV title, and then all of a sudden we just said, Ethan who? That's when you go to his YouTube channel and you see he's got an explosion of indie dates and all this other stuff, and there's not a lot of talk about being with AEW. And then he shows up on NXT, and if you look at his YouTube channel, there's nothing.
Yeah. Although I do enjoy the fact that Ethan Page is now the NXT champion. That I love it.
And it would have been really cool He has talked on his YouTube page. He's talked with Ring of Honor. He's sat there and told his daughter that he will be a champion within the year, whether it's 2024, whatever. What would have been really cool is if he would have videotaped it where he had the NXT title, he handed it to her.
That would have been something.
That would have been cool. However, that also would have been something you said over there. We can't have that happen. He probably did do it. He just can't release
They couldn't film it. Which, unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, no, there's other people. I'm trying to think of some of the other people that have been released recently, but there hasn't really been that real big wave of people getting released. It's more been just people at the end of their contracts, and they just decide not to sign a new one.
I mean, the last bit of cuts that WWE did, we never discussed it because it was basically guys that are, that are at the Performance Center. They were, they were NIL signees from like 2023. They really haven't done much. I'm sorry, you got to go.
Yeah.
They may have had one or two matches on, was it NXT Level Up, which is their developmental, I guess you call it that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's people that haven't had anything to do.
Yeah.
And the new people, it's like, you're not progressing. I'm sorry, we have to let you go.
Yeah.
Or that one chick, Xia Li.
Oh yeah, we're like, good Lord, you forgot she was even employed there for a while.
She debuts on SmackDown. She's got this Street Fighter style of entrance where she's swinging the swords and you've got the animation going along with it. And it's like, okay, you're going to put this much money into her entrance, but we're not even going to use her.
Hell, I even remember I even remember being at a SmackDown show, and one of the shirts that they actually had there, even though quite honestly she wasn't there, was Xia Li. She actually had a shirt.
And wasn't like some of her last angles, wasn't that when she was knocking people out?
I don't even remember.
It was like a year ago. She'd like be in a wrestling match with someone. She'd hit him with a thrust kick or something, a sweet chin music, and or some other move of spinning back fist, and they just crumple down and they'd be unconscious and a possible concussion. You're like, oh,
yeah, like, I don't know. It just shows how, at least there, how like I guess
they didn't know what to do with her.
Yeah, they didn't. But for people like, good Lord, I know with Bobby Lashley, that sure caught me off guard. Like, I think it was you that initially told me, and I'm like, wait, no way. Like, they had stuff set up with him and the Street Profits, and then all of a sudden, I think an injury or whatever, and then now he's not there anymore. It was like, okay. But he's gonna be a damn asset anywhere.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anywhere, whether it be having a bit of an independent run, whether going over to Japan, or he'd do killing over in Japan.
Oh hell yeah, he would.
And then hell, whether he actually does go to AEW,
or send him over to England.
Oh yeah, I mean he would.
They got the strong style in England.
Yeah, there's.
I can see him trading some forearms.
Oh, that would be awesome. And then hell, if you want to do the whole, probably couldn't call it the Hurt Business, but if you want to do that sort of a reunion,
oh yeah,
dude. Talk about rolling in the money if you book them for a show together.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like when, Just think of when they announced that Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, was not going to renew his contract.
Oh yeah.
Just think of all those house shows that they had where they were putting the Shield back together. What'd they do?
The last rides.
The last
Oh,
rides,
yeah.
and what were those gates looking like?
Oh God, rolling in the money.
So if you're going to do that with the Hurt business, oh yeah, goddamn,
Yeah,
I'm being attacked
you're being attacked.
by my buds.
Oh, I was gonna say, what, we got John Cena in there with you?
I think John Cena's trying to push this into my face. Stop it, you prick!
Oh my God. But yeah, no, that is about all I got. I know that, give him, although he's had some time off, but he's still been employed, give him some actual time off. Let him, relax. And then hell, if he wants to jump back in, he's gonna be rolling in the fucking money.
Oh God, yeah.
But like I said, that is about all I got for this one.
That's all I got.
So, hopefully everybody has a good rest of your week. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
God.
Hey,
Ah! Fucking
you
God.
prick.